I pushed my son down a flight of stairs. The police called me a hero. He hit every step on the way down. 14 stairs. I counted later when the detective asked me to walk through it. My 16-year-old son Beckett landed at the bottom in a heap. His wrist snapped on impact. I could hear it from the top of the staircase. He screamed. My wife Nola came running from the bedroom. She saw Beckett at the bottom of the stairs crying, holding his arm. Then she looked up at me. What did you do? I pushed him. Her face collapsed. You pushed your own son down the stairs? Yes. She ran to Beckett, held him, called 911, told the operator her husband had assaulted their son. I sat on the top step and waited. I didn't move. I didn't explain. Because downstairs, behind the couch where nobody could see from the bottom of the staircase, my daughter Wynn was lying on the living room floor. She was 9. Paramedics arrived first. They took Beckett. He screamed the whole time that I was insane, that I'd attacked him for no reason. 2 officers came upstairs, cuffed me, read me my rights. Nola was hysterical. He just pushed him. There was no argument, no warning. He just pushed our son. The officer walked me downstairs. That's when his partner saw Wynn. She was still on the floor behind the couch, unconscious, blood coming from her hairline. The officer crouched down. Ma'am, there's a child back here. Nola spun around. Wynn! She ran to her. The officer looked at me. What happened to this girl? Ask Beckett. Wynn was rushed to the hospital in a separate ambulance. She had a concussion and a fractured cheekbone. She was 9 years old with a fractured cheekbone. At the station, I gave my statement. I told them I'd been in the upstairs office when I heard a crash from the living room. I walked to the top of the stairs and looked down. Beckett was standing over Wynn. She was on the ground. He was holding a baseball trophy by the base. My daughter's face was bleeding. Beckett raised the trophy again. I had maybe 2 seconds. I couldn't get down 14 stairs fast enough to stop him, so I stopped him from the top. I pushed him. He fell. He broke his wrist. Wynn is alive. The detective asked me why I didn't yell first. I did. He didn't stop. What did you yell? His name? Once, and he didn't react. He looked up at me. Then he raised the trophy higher. The detective wrote that down. Then he left the room for 40 minutes. When he came back, he had Wynn's medical report. Fractured cheekbone, concussion, but also older injuries, bruising on her ribs in various stages of healing, a hairline fracture on her left wrist from 6 weeks ago. The doctor had flagged it. I didn't know about any of it. Wynn had been telling us she was clumsy, fell off her bike, tripped at recess. Every excuse a 9-year-old could think of to protect her older brother. Because Beckett had told her if she ever said anything, he'd tell everyone she was lying, and nobody would believe the little sister over the big brother. She believed him. Because that's what 9-year-olds do. They believe their older brothers. Nola came to the station 4 hours later. She'd been at the hospital with both kids. Her face was swollen from crying. She sat across from me and didn't speak for a long time. I didn't know, she finally said. About Wynn. I didn't know he was hurting her. Neither did I. The doctor showed me the old injuries. She has bruises on her ribs. I know. How long? They don't know. Months. At least. Nola put her head on the table and cried. The officers uncuffed me an hour later. No charges. The detective shook my hand and said, "You made a split-second decision that saved your daughter from a second blow to the head with a metal object. The first one fractured her cheekbone. The second one could have killed her." Beckett was transferred from the ER to a psychiatric evaluation unit. The psychologist's preliminary assessment flagged extreme aggression toward younger family members and a complete absence of remorse. He told the evaluator his sister was annoying and that she deserved it. Those exact words. He's been in residential treatment for 3 months. Wynn sleeps with her door open now. She used to lock it. I asked her why she stopped. She said, "Because you're out there. So I don't need a lock." Nola asked me last week if I felt guilty about pushing Beckett. I looked at her. I feel guilty that I didn't know what he was doing to her. I feel guilty about every bruise I thought was a bike fall. I feel guilty that my daughter was being hurt in my own house and I missed it. I paused. But pushing him down those stairs? No. Nola was quiet. Then she said, 14 steps. Yeah, that's a long fall. Not as long as the fall she would have taken if I hadn't.